Hello, my name is Trevor Scheich, and this is my presentation on informal assessment in the classroom. So what is informal assessment? Informal assessment is used by classroom teachers to gauge students' learning and progress. Where are they? Did they get the lesson? Did they understand what you wanted them to understand? And have they mastered the concepts? It can be casual or highly structured. It's authentic. It's based on real-world activities and what's been going on in the classroom at that time. It can be used to create flexible groups in the classroom for students who get it and students who haven't quite mastered it yet. It's not standardized, so it can be given to large groups of students. And it can be a diagnostic test. It can be baseline. You can get some baseline data and see if students can grow or master concepts over time. I'm going to go through 4 different examples of informal assessment for you here. The first one is student work samples. Student work samples can show a clear example on learning. Did they get it? Did they not get it? It can show growth. It can show mastery, and you can use it to create flexible groups in the classroom, like I said. Students who get it can go in a group that's ready to move on, and students who don't can stay back and get some extra help from the teacher. Possible assistive technology, word processing documents, digital presentations like PowerPoint and Prezi. These are all things that students can submit to teachers as work samples. Advantages, shows mastery when learning new skills. Did they get it or did they not? And it is concrete. That work sample is right there for you to view. It may not be the best gauge of student understanding if the work sample is poor. So the teacher has to be very clear on what they expect in the work sample when students turn them in. Portfolios. Portfolios are a collection of work samples that can show growth over time. It allows for student choice in the selection of what goes into the portfolio. The students choose what they want to put in. So uses, it shows growth over a period of time, and it shows different types of work samples. It's not just one type of work sample. It can be word processing, it can be presentations, it can be art, something like that that a student can use to demonstrate their learning. One great app is called Sesame. It's through the App Store, and it's a portfolio building app. Teachers, parents, and students can all collaborate to build portfolios for individual students. The advantages, it shows growth and mastery over time, and it creates a wide variety of work samples. The disadvantage is it can become a dumpster for work if not carefully selected. The teacher needs to lay out specific criteria for what work they're looking for, and the students have to be careful in selecting which pieces of work they put in there. Third is student interviews. It allows the students to explain verbally what they have learned. Students can explain what they have learned out loud. It can be an individual interview with students, or it can be a small group. It can be a quick check-in with students, a question or two, or it can be a rather lengthy interview where students have to explain concepts over time. Some ed tech that can be used, programs like Audacity and voice memos. Students can actually record their interview questions and responses for the teacher and submit them, or they can even video themselves and create a digital interview. The advantages is that face-to-face communication between teacher and student, and the teacher can hear and see what a student has learned. Disadvantages, it may not be suitable for all students. We all know we have students who struggle to speak up, and that interview process can create a little bit of anxiety in students sometimes too. The fourth one is teacher-made tests. These are authentic to what has been learned in the classroom. The teacher teaches the concepts, the teacher goes through the activities, the teacher creates the assignment and the assessment. It can be used as a pre-assessment, can be used as a post-assessment, or formative assessment throughout the entire unit to see how well the students are doing as you go through. Apps like Kahoot, Socrative, and Nearpod are all awesome ways to use teacher-made tests. The advantages are they're authentic to the classroom. It can be modified for students who need modification or adaptations, and it creates excitement. Those apps right there create lots of excitement in a classroom. Some disadvantages, some students may not be very good test takers, and if the assessment doesn't match the instruction, it becomes ineffective. So if that assessment is not based on instruction that's been going on in the classroom, it's not authentic and it's ineffective. So in summary, informal assessment shows growth, informal assessment shows mastery, informal assessment shows the need for reteaching for certain concepts in students. It shows the need for flexible grouping. It's authentic, and it can be highly structured or it can be quick and easy. Thank you.